Welcome to lesson 4, What's on Your Plate? And this lesson is going to be about exploring your unique daily and weekly routine, your schedule. And we're going to look at whether or not it's nourishing you, where it feels relaxing, put your body into that relaxation state, which, to remind you, is the optimal state for digestion, your calorie burning, nutrient assimilation and absorption, fat burning, muscle building, and a host of positive physiological effects. You can go back to module 1 and just remind yourself why it's so important to be physically, mentally, spiritually under the relaxation state. Or is your daily, weekly routine making you feel depleted, overscheduled? You lack vitamin T for time. You need convenience, comfort, and just want to press that easy button, right? So we're going to look at a snapshot look at your unique schedule, because this is why this is so important. The way we live our lives often mirrors the way we do food. So for example, if your life is really harried and rushed, the way you do food is often rushed and distracted. Or maybe life is really relaxing and easygoing and you're not overscheduled and you actually find it joyful to shop and prep food and cook healthy, delicious food. It just feels easeful. So let's dive into your schedule. The personal growth assignment that we're going to jump in today is where you're actually going to write down your schedule. And I'm going to give you a worksheet that has basically a blank calendar, Sunday through Saturday, and where I'm going to have you list your daily routine. And on that, I want you to explore a bunch of different areas from, your work. Are there certain time periods you're volunteering? How much time are you putting towards, things that you need to do with your kids and taking them to and from activities? How much time do you need to devote to household responsibilities, cooking meals, other household chores? Appointments, time with your significant other. Just open up your schedule, whether or not it's a written schedule or on your phone. And I want you to transfer 1 week of that schedule onto the worksheet. I also want you to include times. So for example, that first day that you list, perhaps it's Sunday, I want you to start with the time from when you wake up, 6 a.m., then list everything in between, including, the time on the clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, until the time you go to bed. And then just do that for the remainder of the week. So I just want to kind of go back to what we've been exploring in this module, Make Peace with Yourself. We've identified your wants, needs, and desires as a woman. You've explored what feeds and nourishes your individual spirit. You've identified your unique gifts, your strengths, and you've discovered your core desired feelings. And so when we're going to look at your unique schedule, we're going to look to see if, how that's fitting into what makes you feel at peace with your whole self. So I want you to go ahead and fill in that schedule. And then the second step is going to be to clean up this schedule. And we're going to keep it really simple, but I'm going to have you go through that whole week and answer the following questions. And then you're going to come up with at least one thing to clean up today. So here's the first question, and these will be on your worksheet. What can I shift on my schedule to make it more nourishing? How can I do less and expend less energy to safeguard your precious energy, mental and physical? What needs to stay because I want to do it and it makes me feel nourished. It fills me up. It's a heck yeah. Okay, so that's something that's like absolutely gonna stay. What's on your list because only you can do it? And I want you to be really honest with yourself. If you can surrender and let go of control of whatever that is, do it. Delegate it, share responsibility, do it differently, simplify it. Here's the next one. You enjoy doing it, but right now it's actually increasing your overall stress. It's not a heck yeah. So it's a no for now. So what I mean by that is when you're feeling more energized, you can add that back onto your plate. But for now, it's just a little bit too much, even though it's something you enjoy. Here's the next one. Is it increasing my overall stress or decreasing it? And this can be deceiving, ladies. So I want you to look at the big picture. For example, it might be going to a party. It might seem like, oh, wow, that makes me feel really nourished. But perhaps you tend to overdo it and, have too many cocktails, and then you have poor sleep, and then you get up the next morning and you just feel crummy. So kind of look at the big picture. Or for example, serving on a board. That can be very nourishing. However, when life is feeling really kind of stressful and depleting, adding that layer on top, being on that board, might be a little bit too much right now. So that doesn't mean it can't change, but I want you to be really honest with yourself because I want your routine, your daily and weekly routine to feel more nourishing, to feel more relaxing, to be able to have time. So you might be taking some things out to be able to put some things in. So that's where it leads me perfectly into the final question that I want you to explore is what will you stop doing or start doing? So stop doing is like what can come off your list? Doesn't make you feel the way you desire. You can go back to your core desired feelings and see, does it fit those 5 words that you chose? And a lot of times when we stop doing something, we can start doing something else. So that might be something from the what feeds your spirit and your soul list that you just really haven't had room for, but man, my goodness, it makes you feel so alive and vibrant. Okay, so those are the questions. The idea is to clean up this routine, create more space for the things that matter most, to make sure you have time for basic self-care necessities, the things that are your absolute needs that are very unique to you that you need for survival. So now I want you to just pick one thing, one activity on that schedule that you're going to shift. So you might have identified a bunch of different things, but for this exercise, I just want you to pick one. And you're going to write that down on your worksheet. And the last piece here is that I want you to pick your 3 absolutes, the 3 things that are your absolute needs that make you feel amazing, and they absolutely need to be on that schedule. It could be, having some me time, or it could be going for a walk, or it could be, being able to have time to meal plan so that you have nourishing meals for the rest of the week. So write those 3 things down. And lastly, I just want to hear your personal ahas. What did you notice about your schedule? Is your routine nourishing your spirit, your soul? Are you fitting in your basic needs? Is there space for your wants and maybe even your desires? Is it enhancing your metabolism by being relaxing? Does it make you feel the way you desire? And perhaps are you utilizing all those amazing strengths that you discovered about yourself? So to wrap up, today's lesson was about taking a snapshot look at what's on your plate. And why is this important? Because your routine affects the health of your mind, your body, and your spirit. It's either nourishing or perhaps it feels a little depleting. And I absolutely don't want you to get stuck in a vicious cycle of feeling depleted day after day. And because this exercise is important, because I want you to see how we do life often mirrors the way we do food. It affects our behaviors around food, and it absolutely affects our ability to take great care of ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed this exercise. I look forward to hearing what that one, action step you're going to take to making your schedule more nourishing and to lighten up your plate so that you have time and energy for what matters most. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on our wrap-up video.